Time now for the CNBC All-America Economic Survey, holiday edition. For the past 19 years, we have tracked how much shoppers are spending for Christmas and, most importantly this year, what is behind the spending decisions. Senior economics reporter Steve Liesman has the details, joins us here on set. Steve.
Thank you, Melissa. This looks to be the Christmas where inflation is the red-nosed reindeer. That is leading shopping decisions among American consumers in a way we have not seen before. The CNBC All-America Economic Survey finds 41% of Americans plan to spend less this year, 42% saying they're spending about the same, 16% shelling out more, 16% that is. Respondents always say they're going to spend less, but the spend less, it's up 6 points this year, the most since 2022. The average American who's buying gifts say they will spend about $1,200 this year. That's a 3.9 increase over last year, a decent gain and in line with some of the holiday spending forecasts that we've been following. That would not be a bad outcome for retailers, but the reason shoppers give suggests prices are sapping some of the holiday spending cheer, a potential sign that tariffs and other price increases being felt at the checkout counter. 46% of those spending less say the top reason is the high cost of goods, up 10 points from last year. It's been the top reason since 2023, followed by what used to be the main reasons, being paid less and the weak economy. But here, check this out. This year, the high cost of goods is the number one reason for the first time among those spending more. That's up 11 points from last year, beating out the usual top reason that people are being paid more, followed by having more gifts to buy and a belief in a stronger economy. So it's the top for both categories, spending less and more. Inflation as a factor in goods buying surged first in 2022 with the pandemic inflation. It leveled off last year, but then you can see the surge again happening again this year. Overall, 68% say gift prices are higher this year compared to last year, with a third saying much higher. And that's true of people who have already gone to the mall and did their shopping on the Black Friday weekend. So the affordability issue looks to be a significant part of what's driving the holiday shopping season and why we're saying inflation's the red-nosed reindeer this year.
This is interesting because it gets to this notion as to whether or not tariffs are being passed through, or where are we in terms of the pass-through of the tariffs? Chair Powell had mentioned that as long as tariffs sort of pass through and it's done, then he can see going to 2%. But we've also heard from various earnings reports that the impact of the tariffs have yet to be passed on to the consumer for certain goods. So there is still another sort of potential wave of price increases to come.
I think there's two elements in this survey. In any survey, even three elements. There's a psychological dimension to this. We find that Democrats are much more sensitive or much more concerned about inflation than Republicans are. So I look to the independents, and they look a lot more like Democrats. So there's definitely a psychological / partisan aspect to this. But the other aspect, I think, is going to be real. And I think you're hitting the nail on the head, Melissa. Some has been passed along, and then you add the cumulative effect of the price increases over the past several years. And also, by the way, the media attention to it, I think, saps into people's psyche. So there's all of these things going on that you can't really separate it. What I thought was really interesting is I went down into the depths of the survey and looked at what we call the crosstabs. And what I found was that if you went out and you shopped on Black Friday weekend, you had that experience of believing that prices are higher, just the same as those people who hadn't been out. So it suggests that maybe and then the next conversation, I don't know if you want to have it now, is the one about retailer margins, where those are at. And it may or may not matter. If they're able to charge more and sell plenty, then retailer margins will be okay. The question becomes this back and forth over people looking for bargains.